I thought there was a lot of intent by us, and it was a little bit frustrating. Don't think we were allowed to, the flow of the game allowed to sort of get quick ball. I thought the breakdown was a bit of a mess. But I can't question what the endeavour of the players and territory and possession and trying to be as trying to play positively. So we've got to be more, and we're probably a little bit frustrated, but we'll take the points and take the win.
Did you maybe go a little wide too with the league?
Possibly.
So if you were playing the game again now, how would your tactics be different?
I'd just go a bit closer early on, rather than playing too wide. We were trying to play some rugby, weren't we? And we felt we had potentially had them up front, and Sean made a good point in the box that we had their forwards under a bit of pressure, and we could have picked and gone and played a bit off that. But in fairness to Italy, they defended it as if their lives depended on it. We were frustrated at the breakdown where a team gives that much territory and possession, and you lose the penalty count, something like 15-13 or something. You've got to. It was a little bit frustrating that we weren't able to get sort of the flow or momentum to help us sort of play a bit more positively.
Did you feel they came here to keep the score down rather than maybe to attempt to win it?
I thought tactically Italy came with a driven line out and a box kick game and defend well. And they did it pretty well, didn't they?
Sure, that's 2 games without conceding a try. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, we didn't have much defending to do. I think your attack always helps your defence by keeping hold of the ball, and held the ball for obviously very, very long periods. There's a couple of times we had to deliver in defence. I think one just before half time, and we did that very well. Competed at the line out, and Gethin Jenkins got a turnover, and I thought that was really what you're looking for, because often you're really susceptible when you've not been tackling in a game, and all of a sudden you're asked to tackle 3 minutes to go for half time. Sometimes the intensity can not be there, but it was today, and I was pretty pleased with our defence. Well, it'll contribute towards it. I wouldn't say it's going to win it, and it's a team game, attack, defence, kicking game, all adds to that. We only conceded 3 points today, which obviously was very, very good. And we're aiming to beat the 2008 points total, which I think was 66 we conceded, and we're on course to beat that total.
Warren, is it disappointing when sides come with a very limited game plan and asking the public to pay a lot of money to come into these games, and they were particularly limited?
Well, it's just, I suppose it's a compliment to the team, isn't it? You go to line-outs and teams put other players in different positions and drop extra forwards out to stop your attacking threat. It's just something that we have to cope with it, and probably just trying to get the message through to referees as well. I think you talk about the public, but you'd like to think sometimes that referees say, let's be positive to the team that's trying to play positive rugby, and reward them for doing that as well. Everything. I don't think everything has to be 100% to the letter of the law when you're talking about, because there's so much interpretation in the game. So that's why I'm personally pretty frustrated about. It was difficult for us. They didn't, like you said, they come with a limited game and didn't really allow us to function, and that's what rugby's about. There's nothing illegal about doing that. You just hope that too many teams don't win by playing that too many games.
Rob, what's the next week going to be like?
Same as the last 3 weeks. Just have to get our prep right. Trained particularly well over the last 3-4 weeks, and I think the word Grand Slam has been mentioned up to this point, and we want our players to go out and express themselves and play without any fear, and it'll be exactly the same prep. Obviously, it'll be interesting how France go against England tomorrow, but it's just concentrating ourselves as we've done for the last 4 weeks.
Is there a slight disappointment, Rob, that whereas you dominated for 25 minutes against England, it took him without scoring the try. He dominated against Scotland in the first half without scoring necessary points. And today again, that maybe the players aren't changing things themselves on the pitch.
No, I don't know about that, Graham. I thought we spoke yesterday in terms of how well we started, just not transferring that possession territory into points in the first 10-15 minutes, and I think we had a lot of white line fever. I thought the contact area was an absolute mess in terms of the way obviously Italy were allowed to slow the ball down, and as a result we got turned over and got isolated. We weren't working hard enough on the inside on occasions, but the way we play, I think when you look back at Italy have played their last 3 games, they've been 10-all up half time against England. 9-3 would have taken that against Italy at half time, and it's the second half where you're allowed to use your momentum that you've created in that first half, and obviously Lee Halfpenny gets yellow carded. From a coaching perspective, we coach our players to actually look for that collision in the air in terms of keeping their eyes on the ball, and I thought he was very harsh, the yellow card, which changes in the next 10 minutes.
Warren, you're 1 win away from your 3rd Grand Slam in 8 years. What's the secret?
I've got no idea. Just work ethic, I think, and just honesty. And one thing about these boys, and when you come to Wales, is they love putting that red jersey on, and it means an awful lot to them. And I think that has a it has a significant impact, sort of mentally, when you've. I know what it's like to put another colour jersey on, and what impact that does have on you. But the history of Wales and going back, and those guys are well aware when they put the 3 feathers on and the red jersey, what it does mean to them. These young players at the moment just taking things in their stride, which is fantastic. I thought the welcome on the bus today was, by the Welsh supporters, was absolutely fantastic. So if it can't raise the hackles in the back of your neck, sort of arriving to the Millennium Stadium next weekend for a Grand Slam game, well then you probably shouldn't be there. So I think players are well aware that there'll be a huge amount of hype and TV and the fans, but at the moment I'd like to think they're in a good place, and the Welsh public are pretty happy with what we're doing, and hopefully we can give them something special next week.